Namaste. Welcome to our Sunday Satsang. Ready, Rama? Ganapataye Namaha.
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.
Om Gum Gurubhyo Namaha.
Om Gum Gurubhyo Namaha.
Saraswatiyai Namaha.
Om Aim Saraswatiyai Namaha.
Sit up straight. Be comfortable in your posture. Relax the body. Take a few deep breaths. Inhale, fully abdomen, chest, shoulders. Exhale slowly and continuously, relaxing your shoulders, chest, abdomen. This is a full yogic breath. Let's continue for a while with a full yogic breath, making your exhalation longer and smoothly than the inhalation. Inhale deeply, exhale slowly and continuously. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Now let the breath flow normally in and out. Now consciously withdraw the mind from all thoughts and distractions and focus the mind at the point between the eyebrows. It's called the Ajna Chakram, third eye. It is a seat of consciousness. Observe that natural breath as it flows in and out for a while. Don't let the mind wander. Let the breath be the object of your focus, concentration. let this natural breath continues and focus the mind now at the point between the eyebrows. Keep your attention there. To assist in this process of concentration, use a mantra. Whatever your mantra is, continue repeating it mentally. If you don't have a mantra, use Om as your mantra. Om, Om. Keep the intention at the point between the eyebrows and continue mentally to repeat your mantra continuously. This prevents the mind from wandering. In the beginning stage, this is what you're striving for, to develop focus, concentration. To the extent that you're able to do this, that's the extent to which you'll be able to reduce the agitation in the mind until you bring it to a point of complete focus, concentration. This will take you into a very deep state of relaxation and eventually into meditation. Meditation is a state that you will fall into naturally as your mind becomes focused and concentrated. If that continues for a while, about half an hour, then you will glide into that state that is called samadhi, transcendental state, nirvana. It's a fourth dimension, the fourth state of consciousness. You transcend time, space, the awareness of who you are, that you are divine. It's called enlightenment, enlightened to the truth that you are divine. So let's continue for a while, keeping the mind focused at the point between the eyebrows, and continue repeating your mantra. It's called japa. Continue meditation with chanting. Jaya Ganesha, Jaya Ganesha, Jaya Ganesha Pahi Mam. Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha Raksha Mam.
Jaya Ganesha, Jaya Ganesha, Jaya Ganesha Pahi Mam. Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha Raksha Mam.
Jaya Ganesha, Jaya Ganesha, Jaya Ganesha Pahi Mam. Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha Raksha Mam.
Jaya Ganesha, Jaya Ganesha, Jaya Ganesha Pahi Mam. Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha Raksha Mam.
Jaya Ganesha, Jaya Ganesha, Jaya Ganesha Pahi Mam.
Jaya Ganesha, Jaya Ganesha, Jaya Ganesha Pahi Mam.
Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha Raksha Mam.
Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha Raksha Mam.
Sharvana Bhava, Sharvana Bhava, Sharvana Bhava Pahi Mam. Subramanya, Subramanya, Subramanya Raksha Mam.
Sharavana Bhava, Sharavana Bhava, Sharavana Bhava Pahi Mam. Subramanya, Subramanya, Subramanya Raksha Mam.
Jaya Saraswati, Jaya Saraswati, Jaya Saraswati Pahi Mam. Shri Saraswati, Shri Saraswati, Shri Saraswati Raksha Mam.
Jaya Saraswati, Jaya Saraswati, Jaya Saraswati Pahi Mam. Shri Saraswati, Shri Saraswati, Shri Saraswati Raksha Mam.
Jaya Saraswati, Jaya Saraswati, Jaya Saraswati Pahi Mam.
Jaya Saraswati, Jaya Saraswati, Jaya Saraswati Pahi Mam.
Shri Saraswati, Shri Saraswati, Shri Saraswati Raksha Mam.
Shri Saraswati, Shri Saraswati, Shri Saraswati Raksha Mam.
Jaya Guru Shiva Guru Hari Guru Ram. Jagat Guru Param Guru Sat Guru Sham.
Jaya Guru Shiva Guru Hari Guru Ram. Jagat Guru Param Guru Sat Guru Sham.
Om Adi Guru Advaita Guru Ananda Guru
Om Adi Guru Advaita Guru Ananda Guru.
Chid Guru Chid Gana Guru Chinmaya Guru.
Chit Guru Chit Gana Guru Chinmaya Guru.
Om Adi Guru Advaita Guru Ananda Guru. Chit Guru Chit Gana Guru Chinmaya Guru.
Om Adi Guru Advaita Guru Ananda Guru. Chit Guru Chit Gana Guru Chinmaya Guru.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya,
Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya,
Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya,
Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya,
Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya.
Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya,
Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya, Om Namo Narayanaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya,
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 Om Namo Bhagavate Shivanandaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Sadgurunataya,
Om Namo Bhagavate Shivanandaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Sadgurunataya.
नमो भगवते शिवानन्दाय। ॐ नमो भगवते सद्गुरुनाथाय।
ॐ नमो भगवते शिवानन्दाय। ॐ नमो भगवते सद्गुरुनाथाय।
श्रीराम जय जय राम। श्रीराम जय 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 राम।
श्रीराम जय जय राम। श्रीराम जय 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 राम।
श्रीराम जय जय राम। श्रीराम जय 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 राम।
श्रीराम जय जय राम। श्रीराम जय 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 राम।
कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं श्री कृष्ण वन्दे जगद्गुरु।
कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं श्रीकृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरु।
कृष्ण वन्दे जगद्गुरुं श्री कृष्ण वन्दे जगद्गुरु।
कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं श्रीकृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरु।
आनन्दोऽहम् आनन्दोऽहम् आनन्दं ब्रह्म आनन्दम्।
आनन्दोऽहम् आनन्दोऽहम् आनन्दं ब्रह्मानन्दम्।
आनन्दोऽहम् आनन्दोऽहम् आनन्दं ब्रह्म आनन्दम्।
आनन्दोऽहम् आनन्दोऽहम् आनन्दं ब्रह्मानन्दम्।
ॐ नमः शिवाय। ॐ नमः शिवाय। ॐ नमः शिवाय। ॐ नमः शिवाय।
ॐ नमः शिवाय। ॐ नमः शिवाय। ॐ नमः शिवाय। ॐ नमः शिवाय।
शंकर तेरी जय। संतन की कर ले जन्म का साधन कछ कर ले। संगत संतन की कर ले जन्म का साधन कछ कर ले। साधन कछ कर ले जन्म का 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 साधन कछ कर ले। संगत संतन की कर ले जन्म का साधन कछ कर ले। कहाँ से आया कहाँ जाएगा ये कुछ मालूम करना रे भाई। कहाँ से आया कहाँ जाएगा संतन की शरण जाके बाबा, संतन की शरण जाके बाबा, संतन की शरण जाके बाबा, जन्म मरण दूर कर ले रे भाई, जन्म मरण दूर कर ले रे भाई, जन्म मरण दूर कर ले, संगत संतन की कर ले, जन्म का साधन कछ कर ले, संगत संतन की कर ले, जन्म का साधन कछ कर ले। उत्तम नर देहा आया प्राणे, इसका हित कछ कर ले रे भाई, उत्तम नर देहा आया प्राणे, इसका हित कछ कर ले रे भाई, दो दिन की जिंदगानी रे बंधी, दो दिन की जिंदगानी रे बंधी, दो दिन की जिंदगानी रे बंधी, होशियार हो कर चलना रे भाई, होशियार हो कर चलना रे भाई, होशियार हो कर चलना, संगत संतन की कर ले, जन्म का साधन कछ कर ले, संगत संतन की कर ले, जन्म का साधन कछ कर ले। कहत कबीर सुनो भाई साधो, बार बार नहीं आना रे भाई, कहत कबीर सुनो भाई साधो, बार बार नहीं आना रे भाई, अपना हित कछ कर ले प्यारी, अपना हित कछ कर ले प्यारी, अपना हित कछ कर ले प्यारी, आखिर इकला जाना रे भाई, आखिर इकला जाना रे भाई, आखिर इकला जाना, संगत संतन की कर ले, जन्म का साधन कछ कर ले, संगत संतन की कर ले, जन्म का साधन कछ कर ले।
Page 190, 190.
राग बसंत मुखारी। सारे
सा भज मन गोविंद गोविंद नाम, भज मन गोविंद गोविंद नाम। अंत समय वही आवेगा, अंत समय वही आवेगा। भज मन गोविंद गोविंद नाम। कत जाएंगे बंधन तेरे, कत जाएंगे बंधन तेरे। अंत में जावे प्रभु की धाम, अंत में जावे प्रभु की धाम। भज मन गोविंद गोविंद नाम, भज मन गोविंद गोविंद नाम। अंत समय वही आवेगा, अंत समय वही आवेगा। भज मन गोविंद गोविंद नाम। कत जाएंगे बंधन तेरे, कत जाएंगे बंधन तेरे। अंत में जावे प्रभु की धाम, अंत में जावे प्रभु की धाम। भज मन गोविंद गोविंद नाम, भज मन गोविंद 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 नाम।
राग भैरवी सा
रे गा मा पा धा नी सा, सा नी धा पा मा गा रे सा, धा नी सा रे गा मा गा रे सा। कैसी भलाई रे कन्हाई रे कन्हाई, कैसी भलाई रे कन्हाई रे कन्हाई, कैसी भलाई रे कन्हाई। पनिया भरत मोरी गगरी गिराई, करके लड़ाई। कैसी भलाई रे कन्हाई रे कन्हाई, कैसी भलाई रे
कन्हाई।
पनिया भरत मोरी गगरी गिराई, करके लड़ाई। कैसी भलाई रे सनद कहत कैसो धीत भयो कन्हाई, सनद कहत कैसो धीत भयो कन्हाई। का करू माई नाही मानत कन्हाई, करके लड़ाई। कैसी भलाई रे कन्हाई रे कन्हाई, कैसी भलाई रे। सनद कहत कैसो धीत भयो कन्हाई, सनद कहत कैसो धीत भयो कन्हाई। का करू माही नाही मानत कन्हाई, करके लड़ाई, कैसी ये भलाई रे कन्हाई रे कन्हाई, कैसी ये भलाई रे, कैसी ये भलाई रे, कैसी ये भलाई रे।
राग गोपाल तोरी
रे ग ध सा ध प ग रे सा, ध सा रे सा ध प ग ध प ग प ग रे सा। बनक परिखान अगम बलम के, बनक परिखान अगम बलम के, बनक परिखान अगम बलम के। अतहि आनंद भयो सखी मन भायो, बनक परिखान अगम बलम के, बनक परिखान अगम बलम के। अतहि आनंद भयो सखी मन भायो, बनक परिखान अगम बलम के, बनक परिखान अगम बलम के। अतहि आनंद भयो सखी मन भायो, बनक परिखान अगम बलम के। कुंडला ओरी मालनिया बेगी हरवा, कुंडला ओरी मालनिया बेगी हरवा। करे दारु मंगल गुण गाओ, आज सुदिन शुभ मुहूर्त आयो, बनक परिखान अगम बलम के, बनक परिखान अगम बलम के। कुंडला ओरी मालनिया बेगी हरवा, कुंडला ओरी मालनिया बेगी हरवा। करे दारु मंगल गुण गाओ, आज सुदिन शुभ मुहूर्त आयो, बनक परिखान अगम बलम के, बनक परिखान अगम बलम के। बनक परिखान, बनक परिखान, बनक परिखान। Bring the harmonium for Rama. Bring the harmonium. These 108 ragas are recorded in 6 CDs, and there is a book that goes with it, with all the ragas, all the characteristics of the ragas, the transliteration, meaning, and the notation. Rasa and I made a resolve that we will sit one day, one time, and throughout chant the whole, sing the whole 108 ragas. That is still in my mind, it is still my resolve. So, sa re ga ma pa dha ni sa, sa ni dha pa ma ga re sa. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, dear Satsang. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, sweet Rasa. May you live a long life in good health and peace. May you live a long life in happiness and bliss. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, dear Rasa. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, Rasarani. May you live a long life in good health and peace. May you live a long life in happiness and bliss. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, Rasarani. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, Rasarani. Offer some prayers for your good health, peace, and continued progress on this spiritual path. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat. Om Sarvesham Swasti Bhavatu Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschit Dukha Bhag Bhavit Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamasho Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityor Ma Amritam Gamaya. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Peace Peace Peace. Happy birthday, Rasarani. May you live for many, many more birthdays and continue your spiritual progress. For those of you who don't know Rasarani, my beloved Rasarani, she lived here in the ashram for 6 years. And one day she asked, Guruji, would you like to, I would like to buy a flute. I said, okay. The flute came, she fixed it together, and she asked me, what song would you like to hear? I was so shocked. I told her, and then she started to play it. Very talented. So I said, okay, you will play the flute on the 108 ragas. In a few months, she learned the whole 108 ragas, and we dubbed the flute. in the 108 Ragas recording and remixed it. Came out very nice. So at that time I gave her a project. I said, okay, you compose an English song with each one of these ragas. And she started to do it. So for a CD that she published, it's called My Guru's Grace. Very nice, beautiful. He did another one, but that is not completed, mixed. So the ashram miss you, Rasarani. Yogi Hari miss you. God bless you. God and Guru bless you. Sangata santana ki karle, janam ka sadhana kachu karle. The saint is advising you, oh friend, oh brother, oh sister, continue the life of sadhana. What else is there but to live your life as sadhana? If you have some basic understanding of what goal and purpose of life is, every moment of your life can be sadhana. So you went on to say, Kaha se aaya, kaha jayega. Where did you come from? Where are you going? You sit at the feet of the Guru, be in association with saints and yogis, Mahatmas. They will bless you with this knowledge. For spiritual aspirants who are on this path to enlightenment, it's not a mystery anymore for them. They know where they came from. And why are they here? They're here as a human being. Where are they going? This basic truth, most people are not exposed to it, are not aware of it. So they just live their life, go through life, prompted by their nature, their vasanas. Understanding that the soul who you are, that is divine, is divinity, passing through these different mediums of plant life, animal life, how many billions of species, transiting into the human species, harvesting all these karma, samskaras, vasanas. That is why, as a human being, the nature to survive and the procreation, to procreate, which is what you inherited or harvested from these, moving through these plant life, animal life. That is why that predominates in the human personality in the very beginning. That drive to survive, to procreate. So this is why the lower nature, which we call the animalistic nature or lower nature, of lust, anger, greed, hatred, jealousy, envy, and fear predominates in the masses of humanity. Some religion call it the 7 deadly sins. So when you wake up to the understanding that life is meant or should be more should be more. Life is meant for more than just eating, drinking, sleeping, procreating. Then you say you're twice blessed. This human birth is an amazing blessing. But you can go on living like an animal, prompted and driven by the lower nature, animalistic nature, or this nature to survive. However, animals don't create imbalance in this world. Naturally, they're driven to survive. But as a human being, you are blessed with a mind, intellect, emotions, self-awareness. Your life is meant for much more than survival. Because of this, you're blessed with this technology. And if you don't know how to use it, you don't realize or understand that it's a blessing for you to use this technology to accelerate your evolution to enlightenment. When you use it to create imbalance, problems, more bondage. The moment you wake up, man, that you are here as a human being for much more than eating, drinking, sleeping, procreating. Your life is not the same anymore. That restlessness within you is activated to want to know, who am I? Why am I here? What happens after death? And that can go on for many, many lifetimes. That yearning, that hungering, that hunger to know, want to know. It's not until you meet your Guru that you will say, I'm thrice blessed. That you have no anxiety, no doubt of reaching the goal of life, the true goal and purpose of life, which is to experience, to be enlightened with the truth that you are divine. So, for the spiritual aspirant who is on this path, we say spiritual path to enlightenment, the Guru will always try to impress on your consciousness that this life is meant for enlightenment. That's why we are blessed with these bodies, a physical body, astral body, causal body, to be used for the right purpose, to continue your evolution. Evolution did not stop transiting from the animal life to the human life. It didn't stop there. That's the beginning of a whole new movement to use the blessing, the technology of this human body, this human life, mind, intellect, self-awareness, to accelerate your evolution. Each embodiment, we come here just for a few days. Do dinaki, a few days you're here. For the young people, it seems as if I have forever to live. But your Guru will try to impress on you, really, the real true goal and purpose of life. What a blessing it is to have this human body. Now wake up to the understanding there must be more to life, and to have a Guru to guide you. There's no blessing greater than this. You're thrice blessed. Don't squander it. And with basic knowledge, a basic foundation of the science of yoga. In Sampoorna Yoga, we are involved in Hatha Yoga, Raja Yoga, Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Nada Yoga. These are the 6 main systems of yoga, which will give you the tools to reach that goal of enlightenment. It's a very systematic path. It's outlined for us by the ancient rishis, the yogis, the saints, the gurus. It has been outlined. This knowledge was transmitted to them, or transmitted through them, through the rishis, the enlightened beings. And it's meant for enlightenment. It's the nature of knowledge. The moment it is uttered, it becomes corrupted, degraded, depending on the mind through which it is passing through, who is listening to it, what is their foundation. So they would interpret naturally according to their state of consciousness. Those who have the unshakable faith in the teaching and the Guru will feel so blessed, will be so ecstatic when this knowledge is presented to them, because it is sacred knowledge. So they will put it in practice with intense enthusiasm, knowing how precious this knowledge is. And they'll have unshakable faith in their Guru, person who is transmitting this knowledge to them. I am just a conduit through which this knowledge is flowing. Because it is the truth, it will not contradict logics or reasoning, nor would it contradict the scripture, which is nothing but the account of the rishis, the yogis, the enlightened beings who try to put it in writing. So we call it scripture. And you'll see the effect of it. Those who put it in practice, they will experience the same enlightenment, that they are divine. So it's a step-by-step process. It has been systematically outlined for us. So here in Yogi Hari Ashram, we practice what is called Sampoorna Yoga, complete, full system. It's no different from what the ancient yogis and rishis handed down from guru to disciple until it reached Master Shivananda, who used this system, practice, gain enlightenment, and through him all his disciples continue the study and the practice diligently, with unshakable faith, until it reached Yogi Hari. You could say I'm the spiritual grandchild of Master Shivananda. And through him, so many dynamic souls, his disciples. You could say to a large extent is through them, this knowledge is broadcasted throughout the world. I couldn't use the word integral yoga or this yoga or that yoga, because in the West there you say it's copyrighted. So one Swami from Divine Life Society, I presented this problem to them. I couldn't even use the word Shivananda yoga. He said, don't worry, Yogi Hari, you're practicing and you're teaching Sampoorna yoga. So call it Sampoorna yoga. It made sense to me. So it's not a figment of my mind, Yogi Hari's mind, concocted this system, call it Sampoorna yoga. I practice it, I teach it many, many, many years, and I see the effect of it. What a versatile system it is. That all works on all aspects of your personality to accelerate this process of refinement and purification. And throughout my life, I have that unshakable faith in the teaching of the great master. Continue to practice it and teach it. It's painful for somebody like myself who see the degradation of such divine, sacred teaching, reduced to six-pack abs, buns of steel, bear yoga, pot yoga, goat yoga. Yeah. My dear friend, turn around. Yoga is meant for much more than that. And all because we are conditioned to feel that, we all know we want to be happy. And we are conditioned to believe that happiness comes from pleasure. And the more pleasure we have, we think that we are going to be more happy. And we try to look for it in external things. And so we are madly pursuing wealth. Because we think the more wealth we have, the more means we have, the more pleasure we're going to have. And we're going to be more happy. Only to find out that the more we indulge in that, the more we are enslaving ourselves with habits, bad habits, addiction, and so on. So observe, my dear friend, the way of the world, how people are so hypnotized by this fallacy that happiness comes from pleasure. It comes from things. It comes from relationships. And because that innate hunger and yearning is there to be happy, but we don't know what it is. But the path is very, very straightforward. And it's a razor's path. Tread very carefully. Or else it's very easy, and whatever progress you're making, elevating your consciousness, in a moment you can slip and slide. And it's easy for that to happen. How much effort you have to make to climb up a mountain? a precipice. The moment you slip and slide, you've gone right back. It may seem very comfortable for you. I slide back into my comfort zone. But that's not what the goal of life is for. It's another challenge for you to get up and start over again. But this time you have the knowledge and you have the experience to avoid the pitfalls and so on. It doesn't matter how many times you fall, man. Learn from it, become stronger from it, and continue. So Kabir continued to tell you that life is very short. Use it for the right purpose. Do sadhana. And if you understand what really spiritual evolution is, what the path is, you'll see every moment of the day and night, man, every moment of your life can be spiritual practice. Because the truth is, there is no separation between you and the spirit. You are the spirit, you are the soul, you are the Atman. So everything you do should be spiritual if you're aware of it. People think, okay, a few hours a day I'll be involved in spiritual life. The rest of the day I'm involved in the worldly life. That's nonsense. Every moment should be spiritual. If you're aware that what I'm doing is helping me to free myself from greed and selfishness, jealousy, envy, hate. The biggest obstacle on the spiritual path, the biggest obstacle for the aspirant is the ego. When that ego, the unripe ego, the impure ego, guided by the mind that is not purified, even the guru, sometimes you treat with indifference, disrespect, because you want to assert your own self. The ego wants to assert its own grossness, stupidity. So you sabotage your own self, man. The blessing that you had and the spiritual merit that you accumulated, just kick it. What a tragedy. How can a person, if you really are awake, alive, understand basic truth? How can you develop negative thoughts? How can you entertain that in your mind? How can you entertain disrespect or indifference towards your guru? Especially, the guru help you, guide you, just like you have a child or you love that child. nurturing the child to be a good person, isn't it? Nobody wants their child to be a vagabond, a rogue. He doesn't have to be burdening the child with all the intricate Vedantic philosophy and so on. I grew up with very simple guidance. Be a good boy. So all my parents have to say, be a good boy. If I misbehave in my village, all the people in my village are my uncles and my aunt. I misbehave, they spank me, flog me. Go home and cry to my mother, Auntie spanked me, beat me up. She will beat me up also. Why you didn't listen? Why you did something bad? So simple. Be a good person. Be a good boy. Be a good person. And if you live your life like that, man, carefully being a good person, meaning don't lie, don't cheat, don't be disrespectful. Naturally, as if mysteriously, doors will open for you. It's not that the doors weren't open all the time, but you're able to recognize it as something valuable and good. So at the age of 11, I met this scout group, my scout master at 11 years. It was such an amazing blessing for me. I recognize it because I lived from childhood to be a good person, a good boy. And the scout laws made sense to me. Trusting, loyal, helpful, brotherly, courteous, kind, obedient, smiling, thrifty, pure in body and mind. That's the first thing, man. Your honor is to be trusted. A scout's honor is to be trusted. Can you say that about most people in this world? You can trust their honor. Even people come in your home, come in this ashram, see something beautiful, but they know it doesn't belong to them. But they lust after it. I want that, I want that. What kind of nature is that, man? Next thing you know, they stole it, run away. How can they live with themselves, knowing that I stole this from this person who trusted me? Trusting, loyal, helpful, brotherly, courteous, kind, obedient, smiling, and thrifty, pure in body and mind. So whatever you hold on to as an ideal and you live your life according to that, you'll be amazed, man, how you are recognizing the doors that open. The moment I start off to high school, I met my beloved, Leela. Right away, I recognize her. Up to today, I haven't met somebody that is so pure, so morally and spiritually upright. Values like truthfulness, honesty, love, compassion, generosity, patience. He embodies all of that. So you say, I continue my life with that kind of association. finish our education, school, get married, have beautiful, divine children. We're attracted to that. Divine home. During the time when I going to high school, get exposed to a group is called moral rearmament. These are people who dedicate their lives to rearm this world, morally and spiritually. You don't have to believe in a religion or this God and that God. Just live a moral and spiritual life. And if you don't know what it is, very simple guidance. Absolute honesty, absolute purity, absolute love, absolute unselfishness. You live your life guided by these 4 principles. It doesn't have to be so complicated, man. Absolute honesty, absolute purity, absolute love, absolute unselfishness. So whatever you're in doubt with and you're not sure, you measure it according to these 4 principles. The most amazing group and dedicated people. So both Leela and I got attracted to that group, came as delegates to America, and created such a beautiful show. We call it Up with the People. Through the medium of singing and music, we were able to inspire people. This was during the 1966 and 67, when we created this show, Up with the People. So through music and singing, we continue our life like that. The theme song for Up with the People is so nice. Up, up with people, you meet them wherever you go. Up with people, they're the best kind of folks we know. If more people were for people, all people everywhere, there'll be a lot less people to worry about and a lot more people who cares. Inside everybody, there's some bad and there's some good. But don't let anybody start attacking people's hood. Love them as they are, but fight for them to be great men and great women, as God meant them to be. Up with people, you meet them wherever you go. Up with people, they're the best kind of folks we know. If more people were for people, all people everywhere, there'll be a lot less people to worry about and a lot more people who care. There'll be a lot less people to worry about and a lot more people who cares. And shortly after, it was 22 years when I got introduced to the science of yoga. Growing up in the West, trusting this fallacy that if you have your doctor and insurance, your health is assured. It's not your responsibility. So eat what you want and so on, and then starting to feel sick, then you go to the hospital and the doctor, you get medication and so on. So you start to live on medication. Some people, medication as their food. So at the age of 22, I was classified medicated and curable. pray for the day to finish, drugged with medication. I never drink, I never smoke, I never take drugs, smoking pot and all these things. Protected. But I did not have knowledge of how to live your life in a way, taking responsibility about good health and peace of mind and soul. The moment I got introduced to yoga, I did not have any need for medication. By the time I was 30, I got back my health. I was like a 16-year-old vibrant youth, free from all sickness, disease, and even medication. So at the age of 30, I retired from the world. I had 4 kids, me and my wife and my kids, and my mother-in-law retired into the Shivananda Ashram. There I immersed myself in sadhana. I did not have to think of money. I spent 8 years preparing myself, working, saving my money. I had enough means to take care of my family. Up to today, I don't. My daughter insists I should have a, what do you call it? Primary care doctor. Made arrangement, I went, they took all kind of tests. You have this, you have that, you have diabetes, you have heart problem. No, 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 no. What medication do you take? I don't take any medication. What? You don't take medication? What's wrong with you? Something must be wrong. You don't take medication. 8 years ago, working in this place, unaware, because the dose I was working, leveling a place for my kids' playground. This big boulder there, making a furrow up and down when it blows around. I rushed to pick it up, broke my back. So 8 years ago. I was bedridden for a short while, and they took MRI and they tell me what's wrong. And started my yoga again, little by little. I'm so thankful to the divine, to my karma, that I'm able to function, sit for meditation. But I do feel the effect of it. I injured my shoulder. That's why I can't play the harmonium even. But I'm so happy that I can still function in the ashram. And I don't wait for when I die to go to heaven. This is my heaven. I'm creating it every day. And those people who are living here are experiencing the same thing. Eh, Rama? Same thing. Heaven. So beautiful fruits like mangoes. I have over 100 varieties of mangoes. They're all bearing now. Each one of them so divine. Nectar. I have so much mango could feed the whole of Fort Lauderdale, man. But they don't want because they have also. And we're feeding hundreds of lizards, what they call it, iguanas. You guys, anybody out there, you want mangoes, call us quickly. Mail some to you. Okay. Happy birthday, Rasarani. त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात् ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात् ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात् ॐ सर्वेषां स्वस्ति भवतु सर्वेषां शान्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां पूर्णं भवतु सर्वेषां मङ्गलं भवतु सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः सद्गुरु महाराज की जय all devotees की for the spiritual aspirant every year that passed they rejoice. It takes them 1 year closer to liberation, enlightenment. For the worldly people, every year that passes, they're so terrified. Because to them, it's 1 year closer to death. So, I pray for your good health, peace, and continued progress in the spiritual path. Om Shanti.